Thank you for joining. In this lesson, we will explore the main concepts of the relational database structure. Before we begin, I will show you 4 slides. On these slides, I have collected the necessary information. I won't be reading these slides around. Instead, you can take screenshots and refer to them throughout this course. You will need to memorize all the abbreviations and required data naturally. As we use this information throughout the course, I will also make an effort to repeat these expressions to help you remember them. This table represents a relation which comprises a heading and a body. In the context of SQL and relational databases, the terms columns, attributes, and fields are often used interchangeably to refer to the same concept. Each column in a table has a name and a data type that defines the type of data it can store. The body of the table consists of rows, which are also referred to as records or tuples. Each row contains data for all the columns, representing a single entity or record in the table. The number of rows can vary depending on the amount of data in the table. In summary, a table comprises all these elements, and the table you see now contains 9 columns, including ID, name, location, and so on. Within a single table, it's crucial that all column names are unique to ensure clear identification and avoid ambiguity when referencing data in the table. Additionally, each column must be of a specific data type. For example, the Planet ID column must be declared as an integer or another specific type and cannot include mixed data types like dates, strings, or emails. The same principle applies to the rest of the table, where name should be of a varchar, char, or text type, depending on the requirements. All columns within a table must have the same data type. We will encounter various data types throughout this course. This table contains 3 rows, collectively forming the body. While body is not a formal SQL term, it's informally used to describe the main part of the table, where the data is stored. Just to clarify, a row represents an individual record or a tuple in a database, and it doesn't necessarily imply uniqueness across all the data in the table. On the other hand, a set is primarily concerned with ensuring uniqueness and preventing repeated or duplicate elements within the collection. Now the table has changed and you can see a duplicate record. This duplicate record under the ID 3 will be allowed if a primary key is not assigned to a table. And if a table has no primary key, then each row is treated as a distinct record, meaning there are no constraints for us or SQL Server to enforce uniqueness for any column or combination of columns. We will practice with this topic later in this course. On the other hand, should we have a primary key assigned to a table, then it would prevent us from duplicate records and possible errors. Next, the order of columns within a tuple in a database table doesn't affect data integrity or the functionality of the primary key. The primary key is defined by the values in the specified primary key columns, not their physical location within the row. And the order of columns within a table definition doesn't affect the functionality of the primary key or the data stored in the table either. You can define the attributes in any order you prefer when creating the table, and it won't impact the uniqueness or integrity of the data. Tables are typically used as the source of data or as the target for data manipulation operations. You don't directly evaluate a table as true or false, but you can use SQL queries to retrieve data from a table based on certain conditions, and the result of the query can be a subset of the table that meets those conditions. When you execute a SQL query, the result of the query is typically a set of rows and columns from the database, not a Boolean value. If there is a result, it will be a set containing rows that match the criteria. If no matches are found, the result set will be empty. The actual response depends on the data in our database, and it's not a Boolean value behind the scenes, unless the query involves logical operations such as AND, OR, and so on. Let's open SSMS, which will be the primary tool for this course. Choose the option below in the Security section, where you can find logins. SA stands for System Administrator. If you double-click it, you will get the Login Properties window opened. Above that, there is a Current User Login Properties, which is my current login. And on your computer, it will be named according to your credentials. We will cover all of this later, including a chapter on database administration. In the next lesson, we will create a database using SSMS, Transact SQL, and scripts. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more great coding content. Stay updated with the latest videos by ringing the notification bell. Happy coding!